Hey, what's up YouTube and RC groups? Well, Stupid Monkey here, and I am going to be installing a 40 amp. Can you see that? Yeah, you guys can never see anything I'm trying to show you. 40 amp ESC into my plane. As I posted yesterday, I'm pulling 37 point something, 0.66 amps, wide open throttle. So I had that all velcroed down in there, opened it up, and the heat shrink that goes around the top of it was melted, or it is definitely heated up because it's pulled back. And it got so hot that it released the glue on the on my velcro, so it got pretty hot, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. I flew it today. I had a good time, but I'm just, it's not worth destroying a plane over. So, out with the old and in with the new. I picked this up from my buddy Nate. Sold it to me for a pretty good price. I am going to cut, just like I do with all the rest of my stuff, I am going to cut this out right here. Alright, so, I'll throw in a little bit of video here and there with, well, basically I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to show you full video, I'm just going to show clips of what has to be done in order to change out the ESC. Alright guys, well, here we go, and enjoy. Alright, in order to change an ESC, you need, well, just some basic components. You're definitely going to need some solder, soldering iron, bullet connectors, shrink tube, and of course the ESC. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to have to solder in, oh yeah, and your Dean's connector, or whatever battery connector you use, because you have to put a connector on. Just remember, if you don't know what you're doing with soldering, you might want to have somebody else do it for you. So just kind of make things easier. Hang out with a buddy that knows how to do it for a night, buy him a beer or two and ask him to do it for you or whatever. But I've learned from trial and error, so I'm still learning. So I'm going to go ahead and do it myself. And you do have to pull the cowl off, at least, in order to get the ESC out. So we're going to pull the cowl off. I'm going to leave the motor in, pull the ESC through the hole if I can, and find out what bullet connectors I need to hook up with my motor. Hopefully I can use these ones without having to unsolder the bullet connectors that are on the motor, I hope. We'll find out though. So I'll hit you guys back up in just a minute. Alright, just a couple differences I'm seeing in between ESCs. This one's got just this one little resistor in it. I don't know, capacitor I guess it is. This one's got two capacitors in it, so I guess that's better anyway. Like I said, this is a 40 amp though, so let's see if we can't. We can never get it to focus in on that stuff, can we? Yeah, it's a 40 amp ESC. But anyway, I got two capacitors on that one. This one's only got one capacitor. This is 30 amp. I cut the, what do you call it, the shrink around the top of this thing, and as you can see it, well, I guess you can't see. Maybe you can if I back up some. No. Well, anyway, it's shrunk way down. I had Velcroed this in place, and I mean, as you can see, it just kind of melted the glue that had the Velcro there. It doesn't really stick all that well. It's pretty sticky Velcro. I mean, this stuff's impossible to get removed without, whatever, wrestling with it. I am going to save the ESC, unless one of you guys wants it. Let me know, hit me up. I'll give it to you. You'll pay for shipping, whatever. What is it going to cost? 75 cents for shipping, probably? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm just kidding about the shipping part. If you guys want it, let me know. We could work something out. I'm absolutely disgusted with. I'm not disgusted with it. I just don't want to use it. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be trash. The bullet connector kit that I do have is the right size. This one down there is the right size for this one. So luckily all I have to do is solder up these 3 joints here, plug it in like so, plug it in like so, push everything back inside the plane. Oh well, before I push everything back in the plane, solder up the these guys, get a Dean's connector on there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on with that, and I'll be back with you in just a minute after I'm done doing some soldering. Alright, so now I've got the bullet connector soldered on. We've got I wanted to keep the red and black for the Dean's connector, so I did. And I went ahead and put 2 blue on this. The only reason why is it doesn't really matter. If the motor spins one way or the other, you just disconnect, one of the 2 wires and swap them over. The one thing that I don't know about this ESC is whether or not I can program it. And I don't know if it has an LVC already built into it. It's just one of those things you got to deal with, I guess. So anyhow, that's that. So we've got these all soldered up. Now it's time to put the Dean's connector on, and we'll be able to put it in the plane. Be right back. Alright, well, I forgot to show you guys the ESC after I was done soldering the, the Dean's onto it. So here's the plane all the way back together with the 12x9 prop on it instead of the 11x8. Doing this, I did lose a little bit of speed, it seems like. I thought I lost speed but gained power with the 12x8, but this thing, I don't know, I might be tripping. I don't know. So, what it is what it is. I'm going back to the 12x8 though. I don't like the 12x9. So anyway, there's the Dean's connector on the ESC, the 40 amp ESC. So that's up in there. Everything worked out really well. I did have to, when my initial hook, I think you have to swap wires around and stuff like that. But I did all my testing outside of the plane before I put everything back together. I like it. I like the way it flies now. I still have a problem with my rudder. It still sticks, but as long as I center it before I leave the ground and don't touch it while it's up in the air, I'm good. So until I get my Turnigy 9X in, would you move out of the way? Until I get my Turnigy 9X in, I'm just gonna fly without rudder. I really don't care. I'll use the rudder on the ground to steer and stuff like that, but up in the air I don't use it at all. I'm not worried about it. I don't care. So the Rotten Banana, as I've affectionately call her, she's flying great. So we might have to change her name from Rotten Banana to, I don't know. Any suggestions? So Stupid Monkey's Rotten Banana sounded good there for a while, but she's not so rotten anymore. We'll come up with a different name for her later. But anyway, thanks for watching, and thumbs up, subscribe, tell me what you think, comment, whatever. And like I said, let's try to come up with a name for her. Rotten Banana just doesn't fit her anymore. So I mean, she does look kind of still looks like a rotten banana, but she don't fly like a rotten banana. Alright, well, again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up, comment, have fun, and enjoy. Happy flying.